Okay, so it is about almost 4 o'clock in the morning, or Eastern Standard Time. The lights are beginning to come on a little bit. We can sort of see out the window here. Yeah, there's a lot of condensation on the window. But got about a little over 4 hours of rest on the plane, and we are maybe another 3 hours still outside of where we're going for Abidjan. Yeah, so I guess we'll be having breakfast at some point, and looking forward to actually our first touchdown in the continent. Really excited and looking forward to that. All right, so the lights are coming on even more now, and it's getting to be breakfast time. We have our it's facing me. I'm like, what is this? There we go. So we have our white tablecloths again, and I guess they'll come and take our order off of our fancy menus that we will be ordering from. Thank you. So while we haven't ordered breakfast yet, we have just gotten, my wife has had a yogurt and some fruit and some cheese and honey and that cereal over there, cornflakes or something. And so on, and then I guess at some point they will take our order. We're living in style. So all of this is the pre-meal, I guess. This muffin and cornflakes, yogurt, fruit, some juice, and honey and strawberry preserves in there. And then they just took our orders for actual hot breakfast, which we have a choice of omelets with some lamb sausage and crepes.
So this is breakfast.
Gotcha.
All of that stuff.
So that is what we have. Thanks. Alrighty, so the seatbelt sign has come on, our ears have popped, and I believe we're beginning our descent into Abidjan. We're still looking through these. I believe these are electronically shaded windows, because every now and then when they open the door to the cockpit, you can see outside and it's bright white out the cockpit window, but our windows look like this still. So we're assuming that they will be making an announcement, which may be what we're hearing right now, about getting ready for landing. So we have finally broken cloud cover, and we can see down. There's a big river running over there, and we should be landing soon. This is now Côte, Ivory Coast, and we're slowing down. So here we are, arriving into Ivory Coast. Touchdown. Landing where people aren't screaming and carrying on and flipping up and down and stuff. Good landing.
Among good landings, some are better than others.
Yes.
No big bounce, no wiggling love.
Alright, so we are on the ground, getting unpacked, getting ready to disembark. Got all our stuff, and the second part of this adventure. So we've arrived inside of Ivory Coast, Côte d'Ivoire airport. It's a very small airport, similar to Piako Airport in Trinidad and Tobago, where I'm from. And of course, they speak French here. So, you know, we are English speakers. So we're trying to figure out, you know, what happens next. Spoke to this nice young lady who said wait a few minutes and then we would head upstairs to check in with our next flight, which is going to be with South African Airlines. So we're just kind of sitting, waiting to see what the next steps are. So now we are sitting in Côte d'Ivoire, waiting patiently for the South African Airlines counter to open so we can go get our boarding passes from them, which we need to be able to access the lounge, which we've been told is upstairs, but requires a boarding pass. We printed boarding passes from the website when we checked in originally for the first leg on Ethiopian, but that's not valid enough. We have to get boarding passes from here locally. So we're sitting, waiting patiently and impatiently for that to happen, and then hopefully we will go upstairs and relax before our flight, which at this point is still 4+ hours away. Alrighty. So after several hours of sitting down and waiting in, you know, hotter than we would like temperatures, we were finally able to check in for our next flight, which then gave us access to the lounge that we are in now at the Côte d'Ivoire airport. Chowing down a little bit on some food here, but what it has is air conditioning. So we're rather enjoying just cooling down a little bit. But it's still about 3 hours before our flight, so just kind of waiting for our connection. Alrighty, so now we are at gate 8 here in Côte d'Ivoire. We are waiting on our flight. It's about 5:05. Our flight's supposed to take off around 6 p.m. for a short hop over to Accra, Ghana. We'll leave here at 6 and we should arrive in Accra by 7:05. It's a really short hop. But we are here, left the lounge, came down to our gate. Our plane isn't here at the moment, but I'm assuming it will arrive soon. And we'll be off on the last of our first legs and get over to Ghana and then start all the fun that we anticipate having there. Alrighty. Alright, so we have boarded our second flight. We're now on South African Airlines and we are in their business class, sitting in different type seats this time. Yeah, having a lot of fun. Just you know, we're off now to Ghana. Should be departing shortly. Are you okay? Yes. Well, we are lining up for our takeoff here. Lined up. Should very shortly be on our way. To head on off. It's always one of the most exciting parts. There's the roar of the engines. And we're off on a short hop over to Accra, Ghana. pilot has announced that we are beginning our descent, and the crew is getting things together for our landing in Accra. It's a very, very short flight. We took off just before 6 o'clock, and it's now 6:27, and we are descending into Ghana. It's a quick hop over from Côte d'Ivoire, and we will actually be touching on in Ghana soon. Touchdown. We are in Ghana. So we have arrived at our hotel here after being picked up by Esther and Eric, and it's looking like a very nice facility. We'll be operating from here as our home base. And Esther is checking us in. All right. So, check-in complete. We are in our room up on the 4th floor of this establishment. So, getting familiar with the layout and so on. Our tour guide, we're on the rest of the evening on our own, and our tour guide will meet us in the morning, and we start off on our introduction to Ghana, up close and personal. All right.